Given the reaction to the cutbacks in culture and arts, the former heritage minister tried to calm things down by saying that eliminated programs would be replaced, but the new minister says that these programs will not be replaced. Moreover, the throne speech is silent about this, which is eloquent. Can the Prime Minister explain why the world of arts and culture is being deprived of resources? It is a dynamic and essential part of our economy. The Honourable Minister of Canadian Heritage.
The accusation from the Honourable Member is completely false. In our first mandate, we increased funding by 8% for arts and culture, some $3.8 million. And Mr. Speaker, in the past, the Bloq Québécois voted against those increases. We have been very careful to nurture the arts and culture, and it is the Bloq that has voted against it. The Honourable Member for Saint-Bruno, Saint-Hubert, order please. The increases in the area of heritage went to sports. The world of culture only got cuts, $45 million in cuts. With respect to culture and artists, when you attack that, you're attacking the very foundation of Quebec. The $300,000 jobs in Quebec, that represents the $45 billion that is a percentage of the gross domestic product. So I ask again, why attack such a very important sector for our economy? Minister. We did not. We increased spending by 8%. That is a false claim to say that that was given to sport. It was given to the Relais de la Flamme so that the Francophone community outside of Quebec would be able to be involved in the Olympic Games because we understand that there are Francophones outside of Quebec, and what is good for Quebec is good for Canada and is also good for all areas of this country.
Looking for a substitution program to counter the effects of the recent cutbacks, otherwise the 2009-10 performances will be compromised. Aid of $4.5 million to help these programs would get 40 million contracts abroad. Doesn't the government realize that culture is very profitable when you give it a little helping hand? The Honourable Minister. Well, Mr. Speaker, we understand that culture and arts are important for our country. That's why in the throne speech we said creativity and innovation in the arts sector contribute to Canada's cultural vitality and economic future. If my colleague wants to be consistent, she should vote in favor of the throne speech and should also know what the Conservative Party did, that is increase cultural funding by 8%. They're the ones who voted against it. The Honourable Member for Saint-Bruno, Saint-Hubert. Mr. Speaker, there's another minister that misled the House. We know that the money that was increased at Heritage was shoveled into the Olympics in Vancouver. If the government does nothing for artists, agreements for 2009-2010 will be compromised and 10 years of efforts will be lost. Does the government understand that because of its own errors, tours will be cancelled and many organizations may shut down permanently? The Honourable Minister, Canadian Heritage. Well, Mr. Speaker, as I said, we increased spending by 8% in arts and culture. On programming for arts and culture, we spend $2 to $3 billion per year. We increased this spending. It's the Bloq Québécois that voted against this. They're the ones who voted against it. They were not there for Quebec. They were against these spending hikes, and we're the ones who defend arts and culture. The Honourable Member for La Salle-et-Mar.